In the government's constant struggle to strike a balance between preventing the spread of COVID-19 and allowing the economy to recover, the latter often takes a back seat. Fortunately, the IATF is well aware of this and has adjusted certain policies for fully vaccinated individuals arriving from other countries, so as not to let policy get in the way of safe travel and progress. Naomi Tiburcio has more.
As the number of COVID-19 cases continue to dive, the IATF has announced the loosening of a few quarantine restrictions to help the economy recover. Under Resolution Number 142, effective today, everyone arriving to the Philippines from yellow and green listed countries and territories will only be required 10 days quarantine if they are fully vaccinated. IATF says they are required to be quarantined in facilities for 5 days. On the 5th day, they will undergo RT-PCR test. If it turns out negative, they can continue the remaining 5-day quarantine at home. But for unvaccinated travelers, the 14-day quarantine is still required. 7 days inside facilities and another 7 days at home if they test negative for the RT-PCR test.
Dapat yakin ng Bureau of Quarantine ang striktong symptom monitoring habang nasa facility ang pasahero.
Meanwhile, the IATF also approved new protocols for suspect and confirmed COVID-19 close contacts. Fully vaccinated asymptomatic close contacts will now be required a 7-day quarantine. Meanwhile, protocols for unvaccinated or partially vaccinated close contacts remain strict.
Sa mga hindi bakunado o partially vaccinated na may close contacts na suspect, probable at confirmed COVID-19 cases, kailangan nila mag-quarantine ng 14 na araw.
The IATF also announced that interzonal travel for GCQ and MGCQ areas will be allowed for those below 18 years old, fully vaccinated over 65 years old, those with comorbidity, and pregnant. The Department of Tourism says that said groups are allowed to travel on a point-to-point basis, including tourist destinations. But restrictions and requirements varies from one local government unit to another. Although restrictions are not completely lifted, Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat welcomes this development, which will benefit thousands of affected tourism workers and establishments. Naomi Tiburcio, for The Nation.